In 2019, at that symposium, something pretty special happened. My board stepped forward and said, we believe in an intentional effort to try to make Pierce County the best place to grow up. We want this to be a child and youth-centered community. So the board set aside $250,000 of Green Trike's resources and has been seeding the effort. We've woken it from its COVID nap, which feels really good, and we're ready to go. So my job today is to share with you what we've done over the last year or so. I want to acknowledge that Councilmember Janie Hitchen and our executive Bruce Dammeier here. Last year at the symposium, both Bruce and Tacoma Mayor Victoria Woodards stepped forward and said, yes, this is something we want to do. We want to brand Pierce County as the best place to grow up. Let's see if we can do that. So what that means, though, is we all need to gather together to make sure that there's proof in that pudding, right? So Green Trike has taken the steps of creating a theory of change with input from youth. A lot of children had voice in this, from community members, families, and you'll get some to see some fun things about that later on in the day. But most importantly, we gathered a group of visionaries together. It's our advisory group. We've created kind of a framework so that everybody in the community can see themselves in this movement, right? But the visionaries are really that group that challenge us. There's about 30 of them. You're going to hear from a couple of them in a few moments here. They really have helped us create a beginning of a framework, beginning of an architecture that we will all then lean into. But I want to talk just for a minute about what being a child and youth-centered community really means. What are we talking about? I like to say that at its very simplest, being child and youth-centered is doubling down on the things in the community that we know are great. We've got a great system of parks in this community. We have natural beauty that is a blessing to behold. We've got a great museum district. Selfless plug there, right? But it's also, on the other side of the coin, identifying those conditions that if we were truly youth and child-centered, would be seen as unacceptable, and we must band together to abolish them, right? So, and then there's everything in between. It's also thinking about multiple sectors coming together. This is just not the work of the people that are in early learning or the people that are in parks. It's up to every person and organization or business in the community thinking about what changes they can make. What changes could you make to your physical location? Campfire Coffee does a great job of making sure that when families walk in, little people know this is a place for them. Within their workplace policies, at Green Trike, we're a baby-friendly office. In their outward-facing messaging to the community, to show the children and the youth that we care about them. Becoming child-centered is a change in our thinking and in our actions, from our governing policies, Bruce and Janie, to the grocery store, again, and everywhere in between, to your own front door. Is there something you could do on your own front door to make sure that children and youth, you might be a safe place for them if they need you? What are we all doing to show children that we care? Critical, of course, to all of this is infusing youth voice, and I really appreciate Megan, sort of having us all own the fact that as adults, we created most of these problems, and it's not the little people, it shouldn't be on the little people's backs to solve it. It's our work, but we need to do it in a way that infuses their ideas and their spirit. So our visionaries are committed to this work. We're grateful. They're a group of, I think we've got 30 different visionaries that are pulled together on a monthly basis to start getting this work up and running. And I would love to invite two of them, Rachel and Julie, to the stage to just share from their words why they're volunteering their time and why their organizations are being represented in the child and youth-centered community movement.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rachel Holtsizer. I work in community development with Pierce Transit. When I was offered the opportunity to be a part of the Visionaries, I was immediately excited to be able to engage with folks within Pierce County who have similar goals to ours when it comes to youth. In September 2022, Pierce Transit introduced Free Youth Transit Pass, and this made all of our services free for everyone 18 and younger. This was, I know. And this was an immense step in making it known to our youth that not only are they welcome to participate and engage in their communities, but that we're encouraging it. It's only the beginning as well. We are currently partnering with school districts and community organizations to share resources intended to help you feel confident, comfortable, and safe while using transit. We hope that through intentional and collaborative work, Pierce Transit can continue to serve as a model in our community as a vital and welcoming resource for everyone, and that's especially including our youth.
Hello, everybody. So at Marybridge Children's Hospital, we know that it takes more than medicine to heal a child. We are committed to making Marybridge a place that kids can thrive and grow while also getting their medical needs met. We want kids to have a chance to live their best life possible. We are constantly working on how to make the hospital more friendlier, more welcoming, child-centered, and an important environment for all. It's really important to have kid-sized furniture, accessible playrooms, a wide variety of activities and toys, but it's also really important that we focus on our behaviors towards kids. So it's really vital that we acknowledge kids as people. We engage with them, we listen to what they're saying and what they're telling us, that we make eye contact with them, that we get down on their level and ask them questions. It's so important that we partner with them in their care and that we also train adults to really understand their unique needs. So we really all have a role in supporting our kids, and this is why Marybridge is very committed to child and youth-centered communities. This is really a community and group effort. I want to thank you all for coming together for our kids and community, because it really is about all of us.